and welcome to the wonderful world of weird news. Joining me today is Lee
Hello.
and April.
Bonjour.
But of course, as you can see, this is a person who's had a rough day at work, This is a Wednesday person.
Yeah, this is like pretty much how I feel.
But the real question is though, is this real or CGI? Real or fake?
I'm looking at the hands because I've learned to look at hands, and the hands look fairly legit to my eye anyway. I'm gonna say this is probably real.
April, what say you?
The fact that he's got a sofa made of him sitting on the sofa, to me, says fake.
Wait,
I don't think
an
AI
it's
will
not him. It's not a sofa of him on the sofa.
Is that not what the picture is on the sofa?
No.
Okay.
It does kind of look like it is.
Flowers and salt shakers and stuff.
I'm still going to say fake.
Well, April, you're correct. It is fake.
What, really?
Yeah, I know. It's remarkable, isn't it?
Oh my goodness! Like, this is getting harder and harder. I mean, I was never particularly good at this, but this is getting more and more difficult.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is kind of surprising.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I've actually installed onto my computer the stable diffusion algorithm in order to have a play around with it on my own graphics card. And yeah, it's come a long way. It really depends on what sort of prompts you put in, but like, it's scary how good it's getting.
Now, there is another thing which I would like to tell you if is it real or fake.
Okay.
Now, this is a video. So I'll play it. Obviously, as you can see, I've removed the title.
Yes, I can see that.
Right. Now, you just need to tell me anytime, real or fake. Anytime, is it...
I know that it's fake, and I can tell you why.
Okay.
Why?
Because the raindrops are falling in between the cracks of the wood, but instead of falling in between the cracks of the wood, it's landing as if it was landing on a solid piece of wood.
Yeah, the rain does look a bit sussy. Although I don't know if this is like just like digitally edited or if this is like fully AI generated. I couldn't actually tell you that.
Okay. So you think it might just have like some rain textures on real footage?
I think it could be digital effects, yeah. I mean, to be honest, you're going to turn around and tell me this is completely AI generated, and I know you are.
Well, I think you'll see it's actually Unreal Engine 5.
Unreal Engine, yeah. Okay. So not AI generated and not virtual effects either, but yeah, that's really impressive, actually.
Yeah, Unreal Engine, the new Unreal Engine is kind of scary.
That being said, you never see that kind of quality in video games.
Some might say it's even unreal.
No console has the chops to run that.
Well, also the person who created it, Leo, they know how cameras work, so they know how to frame things very well.
Yeah, that makes sense. That looked really cool.
I hope this isn't Leo.
No, this isn't Leo.
This is Leo when he's not animating things in Unreal Engine.
Leo's actually in the corner animating things in Unreal Engine.
That makes more sense.
Now, Elon Musk.
Now, War Musky.
Did you know that they're fighting? Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg.
I know that they've like agreed to have a boxing match or something, yeah.
Yes, and obviously Mark Zuckerberg would fucking decimate Elon Musk.
Oh, absolutely. Like, Mark Zuckerberg's a trained fighter. Like, he trains Krav Maga, doesn't he?
Yeah, the thing that I love the most is that Mark Zuckerberg's mum, not Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk's mum, turned around and went, "I don't want the fight to go ahead anymore."
Yeah, it's completely stupid. But, obviously, Elon Musk knows he's getting his ass kicked. So, Elon Musk enlists help from UFC champion ahead of potential Zuckerberg brawl. As if that's going to help.
I don't care how much. like Elon Musk is about twice Mark Zuckerberg's age and about twice as fat. Like he can have all the training in the world. It's not going to help.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't matter if he's got a champion on his corner to go, "Hey, eat chicken breast. Hey, run. Hey, do this." He's not going to listen. He's not going to do shit.
No, obviously not. He's going to like take his advice and just decide he knows better, isn't he? And then. Yeah, I mean, what I've got to say is that regardless of whoever wins this fight, I would say that the real winner is the rest of us who get to see one of them like turned into like tomato paste.
Oh yeah, almost definitely.
Yeah.
Now, what ancient structure is used for fighting?
Colosseum.
Yes, exactly. And Mark Zuckerberg versus Elon Musk at the Colosseum would cause riots, warns archaeologist, because it was tossed up as a potential location. The Colosseum of Rome.
You know what it is? I'm not entirely convinced that like we're not living in an AI simulation. Like you're talking about, are the pictures real or fake? Is our entire reality real or fake?
That is very true. Honestly, if they start releasing lions into them and then they both have to like duke it out.
Oh my goodness, please. Please.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe to raise enough money so I can get front row tickets to go and see this.
To the Colosseum.
Only if they release the lions, though. I'm not going.
Like who's the emperor that chooses whoever wins gets to live or die?
I will take extra
Jeff
money
Bezos.
from people to do that myself.
Yeah,
It's Jeff
I will
Bezos.
be the person.
He's richer than both of them.
yeah, it's Jeff Bezos,
Or like-
and then
or-
Richard Branson is the fucking
Or like-
Igor who opens the gate.
or whoever the CEO of Tumblr is, like have them.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, April,
Yes.
what do you think of the king?
Don't particularly like him.
What do you think of his mom?
Didn't particularly-
Would you say she's to the point?
I mean, she was cute. She was a tiny little grandma.
Would you
but,
say she had a sharp wit?
Yes.
She was to the point.
Yes.
She could cut through a conversation.
Yes. Is this someone turns her ashes into a knife?
No. King has received a brand new sword along with his other fucking swords, and it's named the Queen Elizabeth II. Why? Right, I'll scroll down and show you the sword, but would you really want a sword named after your mom? To hold a
Depends on the
sword
sword.
named after your mom?
I mean, fuck yeah. I'm
Depends-
not gonna lie, that would be fucking epic.
I'll tell
Depends
you
on
right
the
now,
sword, really.
the sword is cool. Are you ready for the sword?
I'm ready for the sword.
Look
That
at
is
this
sweet.
fucking Soul Calibur shit.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
what
This-
Elden Ring boss dropped that? And like, what's the
Queen,
drop rate on
the
that?
Queen dropped it. It's a rare Queen drop.
Oh man, that's
It's
that's like
Ridiculous.
that's like disgustingly decadent. My
Oh,
god.
it's apparently twice as heavy as his other swords. It's ridiculous.
That's it. There are people dying in the streets because they can't afford their bills, and oh my
Like
goodness.
the sharp bits here look like it should drain the blood from your enemies and then give
Yeah,
you
that's
life steal.
That's gonna like inflict bleed damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least
Oh.
she's happy with the fucking sword.
Oh my goodness. I wonder if it's actually sharp.
It doesn't look sharp. It looks blunted.
Better
Yeah.
be fucking sharp for the price they paid for it.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, Beard News. Hello, Ash. How you doing? Hope you're doing
Hi,
well.
Ash.
Hi, Ash.
But yes, this is the fucking lifesteal sword of Queen Elizabeth.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks like one. Do you know those like cheap katanas you can buy off the internet for like 150 quid that would break the first time you use
I'll
them?
tell you right now, this is a bit more than 150 quid.
Yeah, I know, but I'm getting those sorts of vibes off it. Like, I feel like if you actually tried to use that sword to like cut something, it would probably break immediately.
You know what would be weird as well? You know how there's some people who get like cremated and then crushed down into a diamond?
Yeah.
Imagine if the queen is just the queen is the
Oh,
pommel.
War Liz is just in the sword. It's just haunted by her.
Yeah. Like that isn't actually green. That's actually a diamond. That's her crushed down.
I'm pretty sure you did a D&D campaign about a sword like this.
Oh yeah. I love it. Like it looks. For a second I thought it was an eagle, but then I look. It's a thistle.
It's a thistle, yeah, because it's sort of be the sword of Scotland or something.
Ah yes.
Yeah.
Something else we've nicked from the natives.
The Scots are as bad as we are.
Well, do not stress, Ash. You will have weekend soon, and weekend is like Wednesday, fun and silly.
Except at the weekend.
Now, for the
Except when you go to work.
scientists, I'll quickly cover this. It's a weird news story. I don't understand it. Maybe the scientists will. The universe is humming with gravitational waves. Okay.
I don't. What does that mean for me?
I don't know. But
Does this mean I still have to go to? Do I still have to go into work tomorrow?
I'll tell
If
you
yes,
right
I don't
now,
care.
apparently it's a fucking big deal for people who understand it. I have no clue.
I am sure it is.
This is out
Basically,
of
what
our
it
wheelhouse.
means is that the big, like, mathematical equation that Einstein put together to explain how the universe works is slowly getting pieced together more and more now that they found gravitational waves aren't just a thing unable to detect or detect in small amounts. Knowing that they're there constantly is a massive thing, because that means that we now know that black holes give off this type of like energy, and when black holes give off that type of energy, it means that we can understand how the universe stays together while it's still expanding. It's super cool.
I'll take your word for it.
I'll just nod and smile. I like the image. The image looks pretty.
That does look pretty.
Now, Lee, you know technology.
I am alleged to, yes.
Now, for a person uneducated in technology, would a common piece of advice you give them be to turn it off and on again?
That's probably the words I say most after shit, fuck, and the C word.
Well, you probably shouldn't have given the advice to this guy, because Janitor accidentally destroyed 20 years of scientific research while trying to stop an annoying alarm.
Yeah, whatever he turned off and on, don't.
Yeah, he
Like,
turned off the
that is the
circuit
one
breaker that linked to the freezer containing cell cultures.
That is the one thing you should probably not. Do you know where it is, right? That's actually the more that I'm thinking about that, that's kind of really bad design on the university's part. Surely, if it's that like, if the research is like that essential, right, you would have like a backup.
Yeah,
like,
you
power.
would. Like, it's 2 decades worth of research. You wouldn't have thought that someone would have a backup fucking generator.
You would, like, I mean, you would have like a what's called like a UPS, an uninterruptible power supply, which basically what happens is as soon as it loses power, that thing kicks in, so the freezer doesn't turn off.
Well, maybe their logic is apparently in the next 20 years there won't be a fucking power cut ever.
Yeah, this is the thing. That just
There
seems
won't
like
be a
really
storm.
horrendous planet.
There won't be
yeah.
anything that will fuck with this.
That could possibly knock that power out. That's bad. To be honest with you, if
bad
he
design.
loses, if that janitor loses that lawsuit, I would be.
Oh, they've thrown everything at this dude. He is almost certainly going to lose the lawsuit entirely just because they're throwing so many lawyers at him.
But it's just insane.
There's more lawyers than years of research done.
It's just that you're telling me that there's no backup. Do you know? There's no backup power. There's nothing. Like, that's on you then. You know what I mean?
Also, I don't know why, like, turning it off and then on again. It's like fucked it so much.
I don't know. Maybe it has to be kept at like a really specific temperature or something. I don't know.
I know, but like, you need backups.
Yeah. Well, exactly. This is the thing. What this is telling me is that this university or this organization just never thought that in 20 years there might be like some sort of interruption to that power supply, whether
Honestly,
it's, as you say, a power cut, like a thunderstorm, or like just someone tripping over the fucking cord, or as you see here, a janitor unplugging it to stop the annoying alarms. Like that to me is just bad planning.
Well,
like, obviously, you know that I do stuff at IT. Like, if I sort of never did backups,
You've got them going now.
like, I would be screwed.
I mean, no, it's understandable. But obviously,
Yeah.
this person will need, money for this lawsuit. And I thought, you know what? I'll turn to April. April, how would you steal money from a casino?
One of 2 ways:
Yeah.
balaclava in a catsuit, or counting cards.
Interesting idea. Lee, what do you think? How would you steal money from a casino?
I'd say counting cards is probably a good idea. Maybe stealing chips or something. I don't know.
Now, I'm not smart, so I would use my unique talent, acting.
Mm-hmm.
And I would pretend to be the owner of the casino, because a man accused of posing as Las Vegas owner convinced the casino worker to hand him more than $1 million in bogus payments for fire safety equipment.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's
Right,
incredible.
just so you know, he is 23. The casino owner is like 70.
Was this done like in person, or was it done like
Yes.
over electronic communication?
No.
So this was done in person.
Yeah, he walked in.
What?
Yeah, walked in, was like, hey, Can has.
I could understand if it was like, I don't know, like a phishing scam. It was all done over email or messenger or whatever. But my God, that is insane. Did he like have some sort of like makeup or mask on or something, or did he just walk in?
What? I mean, they're probably just like, imagine, I think it was just the balls of this dude. Just like,
It's gotta-
hey, Can has
I
money.
mean,
I
it's gotta
own
be
the
said.
place.
It's got to be said, right? He probably was banking on the fact that this casino worker has never ever seen the owner, which is like, you know, if the CEO of my company walked in the door and started talking to us, I wouldn't recognize him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know who he was. Like, so maybe they were just banking on that, and clearly it worked.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just wild. Like when
Yeah, that's
the Ocean's films have clearly fucked up. They just needed one dude with a convincing persona.
that's hilarious. I can't. And he just asked for this in cash as well.
Well, he asked for it in several installments. Yeah, he asked for it in several installments. But the total was 1.1 million.
That's insane, man. Yeah, it's just a case of just act like you belong, but like
Yeah.
to the extreme, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, act like you own the place.
Yeah.
Now,
Just
with
walk
that
in
money,
there.
well, with that money, you could buy a handbag at least.
Yeah, one or two, yeah.
Now, Lee,
Yes.
how much is a handbag?
I mean, it depends on the handbag, I would suppose. Anywhere from like, I don't know, maybe 15 quid to upwards of $1 million. Depends if it's Gucci or not.
How much would you pay for a handbag? Let's say it's a pretty small handbag.
I'm not a handbag person, so probably nothing, to be honest.
April, how much would you pay for a handbag?
The most I've paid for a handbag has been £70.
Was this a big handbag, small handbag?
Medium-sized handbag, very
Okay.
nice.
Well, you clearly got more money, more bang for your buck with that, because this mischief microscopic bag, smaller than a grain of salt, sells for $63,750.
That's beautiful. I love that.
It is a microscopic handbag measuring 655 by 222 by 700 micrometers.
And you actually put anything in it, though. Does it open?
This is it, a close up on a microscope.
That's beautiful.
And by the way,
I
the
love that
microscope
so
is
much.
sold separately.
I mean, to be fair, if you can afford that, you can afford the microscope.
Yeah, but this
That's
just
that's incredible. I love that. And clearly, that's just like to show off like what this company can do. Like, look how small we can make shit. But that's honestly really, really
what
cool.
do you have to
I
get like
that.
microscopic tweezers to get your phone out?
Yeah, like you would have to have like one of like the world's smallest phone.
It's just madness.
I love
Now,
that.
have you heard about the Grimace Shake?
Well, April has, clearly.
This dude's had a couple.
This dude's had a well, the dude behind him is the what will happen if he finishes it.
That is Grimace
Yeah.
in the background. It's like Grimace without behind all of the sludge.
So, for those that don't know, Grimace is one of
Yeah.
McDonald's mascots. It's a big purple thing. It's apparently his birthday. They've never used him in fucking years. But what people are doing is they've made a Grimace shake at McDonald's. It's a purple milkshake. And TikTok has made this trend where quite literally... So this is the shake. Oh, well, that's Grimace.
Oh, yeah, that's about how I remember him. I remember he was in a lot of the marketing when I was young, to be honest. You haven't really seen him for a long time.
McDonald's actually commented, me pretending I don't see the Grimace shake trend. So the trend itself is that if you drink it, it then sharp cuts away to you lying in a puddle of this purple milk as if you died because Grimace killed you.
Oh, man. I mean, to be honest with you, I doubt there's many videos of it, really, because it's impossible to find a McDonald's where the fucking milkshake machine works.
That is very true. Remember when we tried to
Yeah.
get an ice cream?
Yeah, and then it's like, nah.
It's gone. I'll have to wait till next Easter.
It just vanished into thin air now,
Ah, well.
like tears in the rain.
Now, obviously, we're not exactly sports people.
No.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah,
I am an athlete.
I
Okay.
get very scared when you mention sports.
Okay, I apologize. April, would you like to see athletes compete unadulterated?
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a category on Pornhub, but go ahead.
Well, now you might be able to with the enhanced games. The
Yes.
audacious plans for sports without drug testing.
Yes, I've said for years that I would pay so much money to see this, and I can't believe it's actually happening.
It's
I
being
swear
launched
to
by
God.
an Australian entrepreneur, an Olympic-style competition that, if you want to take drugs, take drugs. No one gives a shit. Just
I would
fucking
love that.
go for it.
My goodness, could you imagine like just like getting the right sort of like combination of drugs down and just like tweaking the meta and just getting these absolutely ridiculous times.
This
I've
one's
always
500
wanted
meter
to see
race
this,
done in
and
under
I'm
2
so
seconds.
happy that it's now happening.
Yeah.
I will watch the hell out of this.
Like, just one of the people is just like, oh, I'm going to win this race. Here, I'll give you some copium. You'll definitely win.
I would actually, I'm actually so happy. I am reasonably happy that exists, and I will watch
like,
it.
it's going to be very weird.
If it turns out to be a thing, would you like to come to Australia and get really high with us and watch the games where everybody else gets high?
Now, obviously, these will be athletes from all over the world that may or may not compete in this. But, if you want a head start as an athlete, I bet the Soviet Union would be great there. Yes, they would have loved it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, to be honest with you, it doesn't necessarily say that you have to take drugs. Because I'm looking at their websites now.
You don't have to take drugs, but they're just like, we
Yeah.
don't give a shit if you do.
Yeah, it's like, just can you imagine if someone who's not on drugs just gets in there and absolutely destroys every event that they compete in?
I want to see Usain Bolt go against, like, someone who's cracked off their head.
I still think Usain Bolt would stand a very good chance, to be honest.
Oh,
Like,
no,
I mean,
I think Usain Bolt would still win, but it would like the other guys would be chasing him down because they think he's food.
I mean, to be honest, Usain Bolt, he is probably the equivalent of like an average runner who has taken like all of the performance enhancing drugs. Like that man is performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah. Well, if you want to get a head start as an athlete, you could always go here, because drugs rain down on the countryside after French fighter jet intercepts a tourist plane.
What? I mean, that just implies that the fighter jet just blew the tourist plane out of the sky.
It does.
It didn't, did it? Oh, right. I see. Okay, right.
It dealt with them and they threw bags out the window.
I see. So it was like a smuggling operation that went wrong. Okay. That's hilarious.
So should you wish... Also, like, if they're throwing bags of drugs out the fucking window, okay, I guess a jet is fast. So, like, what's their logic? Maybe they'll just whiz by and not look in their wing mirror?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the idea was, it's, oh god, it's the authorities. Let's get rid of the drugs so that like we can't be arrested for them.
God.
But that's actually, it's just the way that headline was written. It's just the way it was written.
It sounds like
blowing them out, blowing them up.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah. The French government have some stories in at the end of the podcast. Do not fear.
Oh, I bet they do.
Now, April.
Yes.
What do you think a man who had a drug shop that sold marijuana, cocaine, heroin, all that jazz, has happened? What's happened to him?
I think that he has now retired with his millions onto a ship.
No. Man who opened a store selling heroin and cocaine died from an overdose.
Oh, come on,
dude.
Isn't
it ironic?
I mean,
he was out there trying to advocate for safe drug use.
Yeah.
Bless
wow,
him.
That is actually quite sad. Yeah, like he was trying to make a point.
I mean, he was, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a phrase in like movies: "Never get high off your own supply."
Yeah, he was probably just sitting in the back, just like.
Wow, that's awful though. That is actually. I'm making light of that, but that is actually
Don't
quite
worry,
tragic.
we'll
He was
go.
trying
We'll
to make
go
a point.
to animals. Some good
Yeah.
animals, some bad people dealing with animals. Now,
Okay.
April, you said my dog looks like sausage rolls.
It does indeed, yes.
Now, a woman feeds the same family of fox sausage rolls for 25 years, and she's called one Dyson.
Oh, look at you.
That's not as fat as I thought he would be for living on sausage rolls for 25 years.
Well, it's an entire family. How long do foxes live?
Well, I
think
mean,
it's
I'm guessing
3
it's
to
not the
7
same
years.
generations.
Like, I love the foxes comes. Like, we go to the we migrate to the sausage roll woman.
I do like foxes. You do see them. You see them around our way occasionally, actually.
Mm, yeah,
I like sausage
Yeah.
rolls.
there's loads of them in London. There's so many of them in London. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I saw a deer the other day, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's just foxes running around here now.
Yeah, there probably is.
And I saw some bats in the sky. There's bats rocking around.
Oh, nice. I love bats.
There's so many of them.
I haven't seen any bats, actually.
They're all around the rugby field. But yes,
without doxing, I shall.
one thing we're not seeing, octopus.
Yes.
Now, where would you find an octopus in an urban area and be
Probably in a
confused about why it's there?
I was going to say probably a restaurant, but then, yeah, confused. I mean, anywhere other than a restaurant, really.
Well, you could find it in a restaurant.
Yeah, a restaurant serving the octopus, not just like chilling there.
Specific room in a restaurant.
The kitchen.
The toilet.
Yes,
toilet.
April, the toilet. A mysterious big dead octopus has been found in an Indiana public park toilet.
That's horrific. That actually looks awful.
No one knows why. It's just there.
Somebody's just like dumped it there.
No one knows why. It's just there's an octopus in the toilet. Now, April, you like lizards and reptiles.
They're my babies.
You may hate Florida.
I already hate Florida.
Young Florida man charged with animal cruelty for using a baby gator to shotgun a twisted tea.
What?
I've never shotgunned anything.
Hold up. So he's used the alligator to bite a hole in the alligator? In the can, sorry? Or poured the beer into the alligator and drank it out the alligator?
To bite a hole in the can.
It did sound like the way you read it. It did sound like he'd used the gator as like a drinking vessel, like it was on the fucking Flintstones or something.
No, he's used the gator to bite a hole in the can, and the gator, not sure what the fuck's going on, is still holding on to the can. That's why he's holding the gator in the picture.
That ain't cool.
No, it's not. Also, what is shotgunning? A can.
It's basically what it is when you get like a can of beer, you open it. And then you puncture a hole in it and then start drinking it, and basically the air rushing through the punctured hole makes the beer come out of the can faster. And so you just like chug the whole thing in one go.
But you just put it in a cup.
Yeah, but that's not any fun, is it? Not for the frat boys anyway.
Now, how old do you think you need to go to be? Oh, okay. At what age do you think you would stop pottying incorrectly?
As in, like, pissing yourself?
Yes.
Hopefully by the age of 4.
Hopefully by the age of 4. Okay, 4. That's a good number.
It's a reasonable age, yeah.
Lee, you down for 4?
Yeah, I mean, you might get some kids like who go a bit older, but I'd say like maybe 4 to about 7 is probably reasonable.
Oh, you're very lenient. You would be good parents because a 3-year-old child has been put in jail for potty training trouble by Daytona Beach Shores police officer.
What? Sorry, I need some context on what exactly is going on here, because I heard the words that you said, but I didn't understand them.
Well, a 3.5-year-old child was finding difficult to be potty trained, so the father asked a local police officer to arrest his child and put him in handcuffs.
Why though?
Just doing the work, citizen.
The streets are never okay, are there? There's always something wrong with them, and this just perpetuates that.
What was he trying to achieve there? Like what? Like what? Where was he
Well, I
going with
mean,
that?
like if you think about it, if you get arrested, it'll scare the shit out of you. So that's how you potty train someone.
mean, if
Imagine
anything,
getting arrested. You scared the
if
shit out of. Now just
if
imagine
anything,
that on the
if
toilet.
any, if anything, yeah, he'd just piss himself in fear, wouldn't he? And that would just make
Yeah.
the problem worse.
Now, April,
Yes.
you are whammon.
Yes. Last time I checked.
Now, if a man came up to you at gunpoint to rob you, and then decided to ask you out, what would you think?
Well, if his kneecaps were still intact at that point, then I would probably make sure his testicles weren't.
Okay, well, a gunman mugs a woman, but not before asking her out on Facebook, saying you was too pretty to rob.
Oh,
Yes, so how it happened is
what?
he robbed her at gunpoint, and he
What?
then...
Just thought he would shoot his shot.
Yeah, well, so what happened is he robbed her at gunpoint, told her to take out her phone, go on Facebook, then have her look him up, add him as a friend, and then he was like, you want to come chill?
Wow, I wonder why you got caught.
I robbed you, but you pretty.
That is
Bless you.
just. Why would you give someone that you're robbing your real name, and then like invite them to your real house? Like,
Love.
it's like, do you want to be arrested?
Oh,
this
God.
this just goes to show how sometimes when the incels say state mandated girlfriends, that sometimes that kind of needs to be a thing, because some people clearly don't have enough interaction with women. Fucking hell.
This person is just to give them a body pillow. Honestly.
So now we've got a clip of saying like everybody should have April saying everybody should have state mandated girlfriends.
Yes.
Um,
But Lee, how long do you think you'd be able to get off of work?
how long?
Yeah.
I mean, it would like fully depend on like what I told them. I suppose I could probably
Well,
get about
Okay, a better
three
question.
4 weeks, no questions asked.
How long do you think you'd be able to get away with not going to work and still being paid?
Not going to work, still being paid 0 days because I don't get paid if I'm not at work.
Well, an Italian teacher has been sacked for 20 years of absence. Vows to defend herself.
Excuse me. So she didn't go to work for 20 years,
Yes.
and she was only sacked now.
Yes.
I need a job wherever she worked.
Italy.
Fine. Like I will get on it. Like honestly, if that's what I can get away with, I will get on a plane and go over there.
So
You can get away with this type of shit at the DWP quite easily.
I'll tell you right now, Italy is remarkably lenient with this stuff, but she kept putting absences down to sickness first and family reasons.
Yeah.
Constantly,
just-
and they were just
20
like,
years though.
yeah, okay. Like, at
Like,
what
what-
point? Like, in the 20-year gap, what point? would
Like
they be
I hope you realize that I'm not actually like outraged at this. I actually think she's amazing, and I kind of want to be
I
her.
just want to know at what point clearly 20 years was their limit. At what point
Yeah.
would a normal, sane human being go, I don't think something's right?
I mean, do you think it's probably just like layers upon layers of bureaucracy? Like somebody
yeah,
like
almost
never
certainly.
told the higher ups that she was like away, just think no one ever told them, and no one ever cared to check, and that does just happen sometimes.
Yeah, almost certainly.
There was this guy that I read about once. He'd like he was a programmer and like outsourced his job to China for about like 15 years or something. And, like no one asked questions.
Well, Lee, you get
Yes.
to choose the next story.
Oh right, okay.
Would you like
What am
Rick Astley or gay furries?
Rick Astley or gay furries? Right, the two genders.
Yes, the two genders. Are you Rick Astley or gay furry?
I'm feeling Rick Astley today. Let's go with Rick Astley.
Well, Rick Astley performs a full set of the Smiths' greatest hits at Glastonbury.
That would actually be amazing. That would be really.
Apparently,
it
was really good.
Yeah, Rick Astley is more than just never going to give you up. He's an incredibly talented man.
Oh yeah,
not many people realize this.
He's also a really good drummer as well.
This is the set list of Rick Astley.
That one, I need to know. I need to hear him singing "Heaven Knows I'm Miserable" now. I'm gonna look that up after the.
After you'll find it. They're all here. They're all on YouTube.
I want to know, did he do different instrumentals, or did he use the weird? Did he do?
You can see him. This is
Heaven Knows I'm Miserable instrumentals in the background. You probably don't want to play that for copyright.
No, I know, but I'm just showing you.
But yeah, I will take a look at that after.
What I'll do is I will send you the link. So you can enjoy it at your leisure.
I will enjoy it very much. Thank you very much.
Now, on to gay furries.
Oh, so we get both. I was just which one did I want to hear first?
Which one do you want first? Now, who do we call in times of need? The answer...
Batman.
The gay furries, yes. Because
no,
obviously
Batman.
Batman is a gay furry. He dresses as a bat.
Wrong.
He dresses as a bat and has a twink sidekick.
And it does wear a lot of leather as well.
Yeah. Batman's a furry. Well, but
ruined my childhood.
Gay furry group hacks agencies in the US states attacking gender-affirming care.
Are these the same people that hacked the no-fly list?
These are the gay furries doing justice.
Yeah. I think it's the same people who it might be the same group that hacked the no-fly list.
Get out there, furries.
Yeah, they are very cool people.
Yiff the shit out of the US.
Not condoning crimes, but they're pretty.
But
sweet.
we're down with furries.
Yeah.
Now, video games. What is to blame for the French riots?
A young teenage boy got shot after being stopped in traffic unjustly.
No, apparently the answer, according to Emmanuel Macron, is video games.
Yeah, I mean, that does sound like something that someone who's completely lost control of the situation probably would try and pull.
It's the kids and their video games.
Their video games. It's too much Fortnite.
Too much video games.
Yeah. Do you remember the bit on Fortnite where someone flipped the car and set it on fire?
Oh, God. Madness.
Yeah.
Hooligans,
yeah, that does,
they are.
Yeah. That does sound like something that Macron would say.
It's something that a generation that doesn't understand the concept of video games always says.
He's basically just the Boris Johnson of France.
Even though there's no scientific evidence and it's been debunked on so many fronts that video games do not cause aggression. It's almost bananas.
Almost like it's an excuse.
Of course. Now, we play video games, but microtransactions are definitely rife in the video game world.
I would call them a problem, yeah.
At what price point does a microtransaction become a normal transaction?
What do you reckon, April?
What is the monetary price point?
I would say after £10.
After £10? Nah, I would say a microtransactions maybe 50 to 99p.
I would
say anything above that is approaching that's what you would call a macro transaction. Well, and then it's approaching normal transaction.
So I would say up to £5, just due to with inflation and some things some cosmetics are about £5, and then it's okay, that's stretching it, but whatever. £10 is feeling like a DLC level.
£10, I would be wanting something more substantial than a skin. Yes.
Now, this is in Diablo 4. It's not really microtransactions, but more major transactions, because there's this fucking thing. Now, This is a lovely piece of armor. Look at this skin. So pretty. This costs 2,500 silver. Or platinum, sorry. To acquire such platinum, you need to spend £20.99.
That's actually there aren't even any words for that. That's just disgusting, man.
But ooh,
Like this,
look at that skin.
Do you know what it is, right? I would say if it was a free-to-play game, I would still think it's pretty bad. But you know what it is, you've still got like, you could still justify it that way. It's a free-to-play game. This is a game that you pay 60 quid for.
If you wanted to get everything in the most cost-effective way, it's $357 US.
I know this is. Oh god, that's actually disgusting, man.
Oh, it's not
I
good.
can't even. I've got no words. I've got nothing to say about that other than fuck you.
One of the worst things in games is when they give you like the Ultra Deluxe Super Omega Edition, and then it doesn't include the game.
Yeah, and then they still.
And this is like the game sold separately. What?
And then when you buy the 60 to 70 quid game, it still has fucking microtransactions in it.
Oh yeah. Now, have
This is why I
either
hate
of
video
you
games now.
played a trucking simulator game?
Yes, I have, and I actually quite enjoy it.
Oh, okay.
I also like them. They are fun.
Would you be willing to work within the trucking industry?
Depends on how much I get paid, but yes.
Well,
Yeah, that basically.
I'll tell you right now, you'd be paid a metric fuck ton. There is a trucking company that tries to recruit drivers through a trucking video game.
That's pretty smart.
You can see its ads. Just so you know, yeah, like you should look at what they're offering. They're offering quite a lot, by the way. Like a decent sum of money, and like also full training, full benefits, like loads of stuff. They're offering quite a lot of shit.
That's actually like quite smart. I mean, like a lot of people who play these trucking games have like these crazy setups which are like fully identical to the inside of a truck cab.
Yeah,
so
like,
they've already trained quite a lot.
If you're in like interested in this, like this is just do it in real life and get paid.
Yeah,
like move away from the game to reality, and then this is it.
This is the kind of advertising that actually works. Like this is I would consider getting a job with that company.
Well, I thought we'd look at adverts in video games to end the stream.
Oh yes, I love adverts.
See how we thought they were effective. Now, does anyone remember Barack Obama?
I'm sort of familiar with him, yeah.
Just heard of him?
Yeah, I heard he was the leader of some country somewhere.
Well, he was running for election in 2008, and of course, he decided to put all of his logos in things like Burnout Paradise, Need for Speed.
Oh, no way.
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero 3, Madden.
I never remember being Guitar Hero.
Obama put election campaign things in video games.
Yeah.
Wow.
This to be fair, this is probably the more well-known one out of some of the ones I have to show you.
I was not aware of this at all. I mean, to be fair, I've never played like NBA or Burnout, but I have played like Guitar Hero.
It might be just because they were in America.
That is actually
that is very true. That is very true. There's a good chance that it would have been on like servers in America or like only updated to the American. Yeah, I forgot about Obama.
Yeah, I'm quite dumb. Yeah, I didn't think of
that. Nike and Puma. So they did virtual concepts in NBA 2K.
Okay, all right.
Delicatessen VR and Adidas. They
Hold
took
up,
a range of players.
Wait, is Delicatessen a clothing thing? Because it sounds like the type of place you get food from.
Yeah.
A delicatessen is where you'd go to buy like sandwiches and meat and things.
Now,
and like cheeses.
Next, we've got this movie. I've never heard of the movie, so either it did well, or it's not out yet, or it's probably garbage.
Pete's Dragon.
Pete's Dragon. There it is. Disney. Pete's Dragon.
Pete's Dragon was out years ago. Jesus Christ.
Was it good?
No.
Oh, well, the hope is that this marketing campaign will save it.
It didn't.
Well, unfortunately, there goes Pete's Dragon, I guess. Ah, yes, Fortnite, Air Jordans. They teamed up with Balenciaga and various other things as well.
I feel like that probably would work, to be honest with you. That's like, again, probably quite smart.
maybe, but I don't know if how many people are buying the stuff.
I mean,
Axe.
Jordans are like incredibly popular.
Pain Axe. So Pain is
What?
an American game inspired by the Jackass series, and they decided to do it with Axe body spray, which is Lynx in the UK.
That sort of tracks. Yeah.
Are you saying Pete's Dragon was bad? I have no idea. I've never fucking heard of the damn thing.
I'll believe April.
Yes, I'm saying Pete's Dragon was bad. Come at me, bro.
And finally, this thing. Tony Hawk's Ride and Stride.
Right and straight.
Do you remember this at E3?
I had one of these.
I'll tell you right
Tony Hawk
now.
Ride.
If you still have one of these, hold on to it. It's rare gaming tech.
Yeah, I had one when I was like, goodness knows how old. But where did I get it from? Was it? No, I didn't have it. No, my friend had it, and I was playing it a lot. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is rare gaming tech now. Like, you might
I
as
wish
well
I-
hold. If you did own one, try and hunt it down for the simple reason that it's rare gaming tech. It was a complete shit show. It was like some of Steam's stuff that they've done. Like, what was their thing before the Steam Deck?
The Steam controller.
No, that was relatively no, that wasn't successful. The Steam controller
Yeah,
was
but
garbage.
it was. I wouldn't say it was garbage. I would say it was good.
I know,
It's
but
got a bit
it
of a
wasn't.
niche,
It
but-
wasn't exactly the hit they wanted. But then
No.
before that, it was like the Steam something else, like you plugged it into your TV.
They did Steam machines. If that's what we talked
Yeah,
about.
Steam machines. Yeah,
The
that,
Steam,
that,
the
that,
Steam console. Yeah.
yeah, that didn't work.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they did end up building the Steam Deck off the back of that, so they probably
True.
got them where they wanted. in the
You know,
end.
figure out what's wrong, fix it up. But yes,
Exactly.
that is the end of weird news and all the adverts, all the gaming, all the gay furries, all the drug-addled Olympics. So, did you have fun?
That I did, and I still can't
Absolutely.
believe that's an AI photo because who the fuck puts a creepy person in the back of it?
I don't know.
AI does.
Yeah. They probably just was like, it's probably just man sitting with his best friend on the settee. That's Dave. Oh, you don't want to talk to Dave.
I don't know. It's just something's really weird about it. It's even got like the sort of like JPEG artifact in that made us think it was like a photo from about like 2004, 2005.
It does like
That. Oh, I don't
the
like that.
person looks
No.
weirdly real. The hands, I always thought the hands look remarkably
Yeah.
good. That's why I was like, I'll take this one.
Yeah,
This is
I don't
Mid-Journey,
like
so
this.
it's getting far better.
Yeah, there's just something very, very strange about that photo that I would never have guessed that was fake.
But yes, that's the end of Weird News. So thank you everyone for watching, and thank you Lee and April for joining me.
No problemo.
Thank you.
And we shall catch you later. Goodbye!
Bye.